Hi. Okay, so it's storming and there's a full moon tonight. So what better time to do zodiacs? Not just zodiacs, it's what you resonate with. There's a lot to astrology that I still have to learn. I am not an astrologist. I don't study it to be an astrologist. I study it for different reasons. So we're gonna do signs. Take what resonates, save some for another day. It might be something that you need to tell a friend about. I get feedback about that. Storm is quieting, but if you hear noise, it's either the storm or the air conditioning. Could be both. At the same time. I'm using the Queen of the Moon Oracle cards, but they're Oracle cards, so actually I'm going to use them, and I'm using the original Rider-Waite Tarot, or Tarot, for clarification, or to go in deeper, because as we know, Oracle cards can be a little crazy. Well, they all could be a little crazy. All right. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I appreciate the feedback that I get in person, through other means. You can always get in touch with me. I'll put the links in the description. We're starting with Virgo, right? We're still in Virgo season, yes. All right, Virgo. Oh, whatever falls out sticks to my hands, although these are really big cards. They're not super big. I do have a deck that's huge. Virgo, this is release. Yeah, it's dark because of the storm. Although it's dark in here, we're not, well, sunny days, I don't know. There we go. Release the storms. Release the storms that confine your heart, confine your love, that confine you. Sometimes it can feel like a constraint around our heart, our emotions. We can feel restrained. Yes? Well, sometimes we need to be restrained. With the mouth. But do what you can do. Do it, see what you can do. But this is a release card. Perfect for tonight. Even no matter when you watch this. I'll try to put it up tonight, but sometimes I can't get it uploaded. I don't know why. It's for whenever you hear this. Truly. I've done that. I've listened to other people's channeling messages, and it resonates. And then I look at the date, and it's like 3 years ago. It's crazy, right? Messages always go where they have to go. Release. This moon, next moon, any moon. Release. What do you want to let go of? Let go of the hurts, the haunts, the harms. Let them go. Let them go. Also, release not just your inhibition, as in a sensuality, although that's not so bad, but release your inhibition to be creative, to go forward, to move to the next day. Virgos, this is your time. Go for it. High Priestess. I kind of picked it up sideways. So sideways is still your choice. It's up to you. You have to make up your mind. Virgos, many of you are very intuitive. But we do have our ups and downs with that, and sometimes we're more intuitive than others. I'm very good at my job. But I do find, sometimes it's just with the person, but I do find, you know, some days it was only 95% as opposed to 99%. Or I couldn't get the words out, whether they're giving it to me or how so this is to release any issues that you've had with yourself. Everyone put foot in mouth. Everyone says, you know, or does a faux pas, something, don't worry about it. Everyone misses the mark. Oh, I shook the whole table. This is your intuition. Choices. She's paired with the Hierophant. Somebody's too far away from you. Why? Why are they too far away from you? Can they come closer? Can you go closer? Is it feasible? Is it realistic? Those are questions you ask yourself. Okay. Thank you, Virgo. Got to cross them off. I do the same people, and the same, like in the groups, because I do have a free group now up on Facebook, and then I have so that would be public, and then I do have a private membership, and I do readings like this throughout the month. They can ask questions. We do dream interpretation, one crystal a month, one animal medicine, a plant medicine. Okay, Libra. I'm picking this card for you. Because we're doing the moons also, but only if I need really, well, moon is actually what I want that to be first, but I picked up the tarot deck. So this is your card. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is a breath of fresh air. This is, oh, the sun came out a little bit. This is, because it's been storming, this is definitely feeling comfortable in your home. You're getting your home the way you want it, or your space. It's a room, it's a car, wherever you have to be for the moment. Brighter days are ahead, but you have to walk it off. We walk off anxiety. We walk off aggravation, having confrontations with people. Memories just going round and round. Walk it off. And then see the beauty of the world. Okay. Yeah. This is the extreme card. Now, what do we know about Libras? It's the scales, yes? So you can also think of pendulums, going from one extreme to the other. Things are off balance. For a time, we all have to work at it. We all have to think, yeah, if you can see my messy place in this glasses, I don't want to hear anything. I'm not a great organizer, and plus I need particular things to get them organized. This is just going from extremes. Those of you who are Libra or just listening and you're another sign, if you're experiencing hot flashes, whether it's menopausal or something else, not a doctor. I am not a doctor. I can't stress that enough. I talk from experience and what I channel. The channel is, there are tons, you know, a good several at least, but then more that I don't know about. Healthy, holistic ways to balance you out. And it's perfect that this is plants, herbs, tinctures. You need to check, because just because it's herbal, so just because it's God-given or from the earth, nature, our natural way of being, if there are contraindications if we're using man-made synthetic healing tablets and stuff, or even a combination of herbs. So really do your research, and this is her doing the research. Sometimes we need to sweat it out. All right, that was just a little bit of everything. But it's nice, it's sunny. The extremes, the yin and yang, the dark and light, night and day. Find your balance, Libra. It's there. It's there. Okay, thank you, Libra. Moving on. Well, I gotta cross it off. I'll read you again. Moving on to Scorpio. Okay. Queen of the Moon Oracle. Oh, nice. You got protection. So Scorpios can be excellent at protecting others. They can be too much at protecting themselves, whereas they hurt other people because I was just protecting myself. So you want to find a little balance. Perhaps you have a little Libra in your houses. Find the balance. Now, the other part of this card is sometimes we grow up, or even as adults, the people who we think will have our backs and they don't. But if it's as a child, we carry that with us. So that means you have to give it to yourself. Because on average, if we were hurt as children, we wind up hurting others. Or go the complete opposite way and just hurt ourselves. Or don't take chances. This is take chances. Let's take chances. Scorpio, that's your reading. Okay, thank you. Moving on to Sagittarius. Ah, nice. Sagittarius, you got fruition. Her eyes are wide open. And don't go by gender. Everyone's with the gender this, gender that, which drives me crazy. But in cards or images or certain symbols that we see and find, yes, some do have more of a masculine energy and some have more of a feminine energy, but that's finding the balance. So if you're a male listening to this, most of the cards have female depictions. This is just beautiful. This is just beautiful. This is harvest coming for Sagittarius. This is going into warmer weather if you were in cold. That also means if you were cold emotionally, this is warming up. Even as we go into autumn and winter, pay attention and keep feeding. One of the best things is if we can't have an animal, because that helps a lot. Oh gosh, having a little baby pet, fur baby, or even a big one, that helps. A plant, definitely something nourishing, perhaps like parsley or basil. Just one window. You have one window. Sagittarius, some Sagittarius, this won't be for everyone or anyone listening, or maybe even if you're not a Sagittarius. This is spirit coming to visit you. Why is spirit coming to visit you? They often come. A lot of our history, most of our history has been stolen from us, and we were disconnected on purpose from our natural spirituality and our natural connection to the earth, to this realm. Well, kind of to this realm, but to each other, to the natural state of us. And this is to get back there. I'm just going to circle back. That's just get back there. Have fruition in your heart, fruition in your mind. Grow it. Plant seeds. You're wonderful. Feed that. Feed your ego in that sense. That's confidence. Go for it. Thank you, Sagittarius. Oh, I have a sneeze that's like right there. All right. Capricorn. Capricorn, you got surrender. I just got this card in the private group, and I can tell you, surrender isn't just surrender because, oh, I just heard surrender your license. So you or someone you know, or someone who's listening who's not a Capricorn, something about surrendering your license. So pay attention to that. Drive carefully. We want to drive carefully anyway, but drive carefully. People are getting a little crazy out there with the driving. and I know what the basis is. So let's truly pay attention. Now, on an emotional level, a spiritual level, this is surrender to the process, surrender to the ancients, the natural way of being, the beauty of this world, something higher than ourselves. It's also a vulnerability. Capricorns can handle this. This is be vulnerable. Accept your position in life. Doesn't mean that if you don't like your job, you don't like your life right now, doesn't mean not to keep going forth and looking for better, getting a better job, or dating someone different. But look at yourself in the mirror and say, you're worth it. You are absolutely worth it. I'm worthy of having my intuition bumped up and strengthened and awakened and deepened. I'm worthy. It's time for me to hear from the ancestors in a different way. Capricorn, that's your reading. That felt very ethereal right there. I like that. Okay. Because I'm a sense medium, so I really, really sense. I have all the clairs, but I really sense. Okay, moving on to Aquarius. We're doing the Queen of the Oracle deck, but and I'm using the tarot, the regular Rider-Waite ink, just in case. Aquarius, this is the masculine. Frequently, we shy away, especially if you're a very feminine person, regardless, feminine person. We shy away from the masculinity because we don't want to seem like a bitch, or we don't want to seem like hard and harsh, or like I'm leading everyone, I'm telling everyone what to do, or you know, but that's the masculinity. There is a balance there. We can be both. We can be both feminine and masculine. And we should have a combination of both in different degrees, even different days. In a different minute or an hour, we can feel more, I don't want to say aggressive. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity. Can a masculine be toxic? Yes. But there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. Again, individually, yes. But not men are not toxic. They're products of their environment, how they were raised, how they treat themselves, just like women. And anything in between. It's also some Aquarius. There's somebody coming your way. This is a very big sensuality card as well. And it's the full moon. So whatever full moon is coming up for you, because I don't know when this will come up. Right now, there's a full moon as I'm reading. But I tell the story all the time. I've listened to other people, and 3 years later, and I didn't know it was 3 years later after they gave the reading. And it's like, oh yeah, my gosh, that fits today. I look at the date. Feel assertive if you want to be assertive. For the feminine female, sometimes we can find it difficult to assert ourselves. Sometimes that's through trauma, sometimes it's through just being hurt. Sometimes it's rare, but it does happen that just we come in with a softness and a sensitivity. Then that's one of your goals as spiritual purpose. Get it together. Do what you want safely. Okay. All right. Thank you, Aquarius. Moving on to Pisces. Pisces, we're using the Queen of the Moon Oracle. said it all day today. Queen of the Moon Oracle. Oh. This card says it's number 14, but I have to tell you, and my eyesight so even with glasses, but I think it's how I focus. I saw 44, and all I keep hearing is, this is the time, Pisces. This is a time for you and anyone listening, of course, but we're addressing Pisces, to really concentrate on your spirituality. Concentrate on transforming your mind. This is breath. There are reports that people can breathe under the water. There are reports that this world is not what we've been told. Oh, I have to move my leg. This is... that's gonna fall. I don't care. This is really, really going deep for me. This feels so deep. So let's look at it as being put into a bubble. Sometimes when we're isolated, we get the best downloads. We get the best intuition, the best creativity, right? It can happen when we're driving a car, passenger, in school, somebody's talking to us, and it's like we get an aha moment. This feels more going deep, going within, trying something new. That's what it is, trying something new. But old at the same time. That's your reading. Pisces, that's your reading. Take your breaths. Do the 4x4x4x4. 416. So it's in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. Right? In, hold, release, and hold. Then breathe again 4 times. Count 4. And don't go 1, 2, 3, 4. Some people have to go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, whatever floats your boat. Floats. Something's floating to the surface. Something's being revealed. But it feels like you already knew. That's why we self-soothe. We come to our own with, as much as we can, with what they call EI, emotional intelligence. We do the work. We want a better life. We want a better emotional level. We don't want to feel crazy all the time. Self-soothe. Take a bath if it's possible. Go swimming if it's possible. Water is really an equalizer in so many ways. Okay, thank you, Pisces. Moving on to Aries. Aries. Not doing reverse with the Oracle. Ooh, this fits you, Aries. Power. Do you know, all the times I've read this card, this deck, I've never gotten this card. So this is new power. Feel your power. Call in that full moon. Full moons are not only about releasing. They're just not. Full moons about filling up. Recognizing what's already there, with your mind, with your book smarts. Some people, whether dyslexia or something else, some people don't read, and sometimes if we have an injury, we can't read. It's the craziest thing. I had a back injury, and I'm thinking, and I couldn't work, and I'm like, this is great. I love reading. I'm gonna read. Couldn't concentrate. So sometimes people can't read for different reasons, but this is really almost like the magician card. Activate your knowledge. bring more in, be filled with confidence, be filled with all the thoughts every single time you were successful, every single time you said or did something nice for someone, every time you said or did something nice for yourself. This is, everything's at your fingertips. Now, if I wanted to be an interior designer, I really couldn't do that. Well, it's not really something I want to do, but you really need to know certain things. Don't want to do it. I couldn't be a mathematician. I'm not going to study it. I used to be better, but you know. But this is, you have a lot in your wheelhouse. Aries, I keep looking down here because I always want to make sure I'm doing the right one. And because it feels like Aries, because it feels very, very powerful. It feels like, because before you was Pisces. And it's almost like you got through a very smooth but childlike existence or situation. And now I'm out, opening up your arms to receive, opening up your arms to release, opening up your arms and say, I want more. I'm calling in more. I'm recognizing more. It's there. Again, yeah. What's on our journey, on our path, sometimes is there. But we can change so much. This is perspective. This is alchemizing. You get a handle on this, and you can definitely have more of a handle on it. It's right at your fingertips. All right. Thank you, Aries. All right, moving on to Taurus. Okay. Taurus. Oh, I got the book. Taurus, I'm doing, using the Queen of the Oracle deck and the Tarot if I need a, to go in deeper or continuation. Taurus, you got assessing. There's some decisions you need to make. This is looking far ahead at land, at your position in life, your position in the world. This is looking forward. This is flying high. For those Tauruses or anyone listening that's going to take a plane, oh, see, I don't recommend them anymore. But for various reasons, not just because, you know, something bad's going to happen. Just various reasons. But it feels like flying high. It feels like you're flying high, climbing a tree, maybe going ballooning, something, flying high. Things are working out. But this is a card. This is assessing the damage, assessing what I need to do next, making choices. But this is be careful. This card is a not be careful. Well, yeah, be careful on the whole gamut. Whatever you think it, be careful on. You see, you only have half the information. You're only giving yourself half the information. You're only allowing yourself to see the half picture. You're not seeing a full picture. So yeah, it's great to have a telescope, or well, they're called something else, right? The little ones, not binoculars. There's another name, but it's great to have a telescope so you can see far and see a section. And then I guess depending upon the glass, the magnifying glass, because there's different types, you can see just a section, or you can see a whole, right? Like the panoramic view on cameras. But this is, you don't have all the information to make a decision. It's not, you need to elevate yourself. You need to go someplace new. It's almost like, it's almost like the Wizard of Oz. So Dorothy had to find out truth along the route. There's several meanings behind that storytelling. But basically for the audience, we're supposed to know that she's supposed to go on a journey. And it's no place like home. But where's her home? She's left. Where's her home? Where's your home? Now, sometimes people, like the snowbirds, sometimes people split their time between a northern state or a colder state to a warmer state. And that's fine, but this is making a choice. I keep hearing that you're not, I don't have the whole picture. Something's interfering. I don't have the whole picture. And this feels like it goes on forever. The longer it takes for us to make decisions, to make our mind up, I don't want to say it's the harder it is, but sometimes the more obstacles. We include people that shouldn't be included. We hurt people that shouldn't be hurt. Shouldn't be. Don't have the whole picture. Take your time with whatever you're discussing. Now, if you are listening and you just signed the contract for the house and it feels great, it feels perfect, free will. Do what you've got in your heart says, in your mind. Do what that says. Then part of this reading is not for you. But this is for a lot of people listening. You don't have the whole picture. You just don't. Maybe it's to change from one eye to the binoculars, so you're seeing through both eyes. You're not seeing clearly. Although it's a very clear picture. On the upside, there's always an upside, even in a dark night of the soul, if you will, even in pain and hurt and discomfort or indecision, there's still bright sides. The bright side is no matter where you land, that's where you are. That's home. I had someone close to me, had to move a lot. Well, what's a lot? But she had to move several times within a few years. And, and so I said to her, it's just like that. No matter where you are, you're home. Okay. That's your reading, Taurus. Thank you. All right, moving on to Gemini. Gemini. Ooh, Gemini, you got self-reflection. I'm using the moon, Queen of the Moon Oracle. So, I don't know if you heard the story or saw the movie Sybil. Sometimes we can feel completely like 4 different people at once. Sometimes we can feel not quite put together, whether it's in looks or whether it's in the outfit. Even if we're going gardening, it's like, I forgot the shovel, I forgot the water, I forgot this, and so it doesn't matter what it is. Even going to bed, oh, I forgot the book. See all sides of yourself as good. See all sides of yourself as improving. See all sides of yourself, in, out, up, down, around, as exploring. And sometimes we do need to self-reflect, right? We do the reporter thing. Who, what, where, why. Why is a very good. Why do I feel abandoned? Why do I feel disconnected? Why do everything feels disjointed? Why? There are reasons. There's always reasons. People like to say there aren't, but we just don't know them. I'm going to get a tarot. We're going to do both those cards. So both your cards are the Knight of Wands. This is the creative, and you got red. You got a lot of red, because she has red hair. I don't know if you can see that, but so wands, red, yellows. Well, there's somewhat yellow gold in here. Oh, I got something on my eye. So, your creativity is going to lead you to abundance. Your exploration, self-reflection, is going to lead you to ideas and memories and thoughts and business ideas that you haven't either thought about or you did a long time ago, and now you can implement them. This is go, implement. This is, you're sitting pretty in it. Each thought. Okay, that's your reading. That's going crazy. All right, thank you, Gemini. All right, who's next? Cancer. Cancer, balance. Balance. So when I see this card, you know what I see? Yeah, you can see the mobiles from above a child's head, and hopefully that's supposed to entertain them, or hopefully it's supposed to, depending upon what colors they are or shapes, stimulate something in their mind. But she can't see them. So it's, what's that saying? You can't see the forest. You can't see the tree for the forest, or you can't see the forest for the trees. It's like you're holding your crystal ball. You're holding your future. There's a decision. Are you going to go or not? Are you going to make it or not? Are you going to create it or not? Balance. Balance is the key for you moving forward. Balance. Okay, I just heard, because when we think of the moon, we think of being hidden, not seeing, because she's not seeing clearly. And Cancerians, we sometimes think of, oh, I don't want to rock the boat. You know, so, similar to Pisces. When you have to, you will. Similar to Pisces. And so double check to see if there's a Pisces in your life or a Pisces coming. So one of the ways as healers that we give homework, or that you can do on your own, anyone, it's not a secret, but blowing. So you can, there was a show on TV who did that too. You can put stuff in a bubble, your hurts, your haunts, your harms, and blow it away. Blow it in your hand, in the top of your head. Blow it away. Clear yourself. We could clear our own energy. We don't always need to go to a healer. Sometimes it helps, because it's almost like the record, and we hit that record because it's skipping, and then it keeps moving. If you're young and you don't know that reference, look it up. I can't think of another. I can't think of another example. You're stuck. Somebody pushes you a little bit. Don't spin your own wheels. Don't spin your own mobile. Don't spin your own tires. Don't spin your own life. Don't spin out of control. But find the balance and be in control, but also free. Find the balance between vulnerability and boundaries. Take a chance. Okay, thank you, Cancer. Crossing that off, because, you know, I'll read double. All right, who's next? Leo. Oh, that just stuck to my hand. Leo. Oh, Leo, you're on the path. You're on a great great path. This is going through a whole different new ball game, a whole different new world, leaving something dark behind. And it doesn't have to be dark as in sinister, although it's getting darker. It might rain again. It doesn't have to be dark and sinister, but sometimes the darkness is in our own hearts, in our own minds, in our own energy. I know people, and it's sad but to say, but I know people who are smiley and bright, and you can look at them, it's like something's dark there. And again, it doesn't have to be dark as in malfeasance or sinister. Sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. Usually when we talk like this or when we channel, the darkness is something that needs to come to light, something that needs to be transformed. We need to carry it up those stairs. We need to carry ourselves up those stairs. We need to turn our back on, sometimes just temporarily, on somebody who hurt us. Again, if it's a family member or a spouse or something, communication is always the best. Communication is always the best. And then after that, this is just new. I'm hearing new. So you're almost there. Now, this is on a, yeah, it's on a waxing. Oh, good. Because that was the feeling I got. So this is the world is opening up. The moon is opening up. This is opening up for you. The portal is opening up into another universe, into another dimension, and it doesn't have to be scary, although we can travel to other dimensions, astral traveling, etc. But you see how her hands are behind her back? Be casual about it. Heart open, right? Hand behind the back. The heart's open. All right. Thank you, Leo. That's your reading. Oh, that's the last one. All right. I want to remind everyone, I'm going to put links. If you want an extended reading from here, we just continue. If you want a private session, if you want to join one of the memberships, come. Visit. You are loved, and you are lovable. Always. Forever. Go play.